guys, welcome back to another Assetto Corsa video on my channel. Today we're going to be looking at a slightly modified version of the Ferrari 488 GT3 setup that I brought out a few weeks back when the DLC came out on the console. So what I've done now is I've slightly altered this setup to be a lot faster and also a lot more consistent. It is now capable of lapping mid to around the 29.6 to 8 if the conditions are right consistently, and you'll be able to continuously lap them. As you can see now, we set our base lap there for 1 minute 30.0, which I always do in qualifying. I always go for one first lap as lap where I won't really push too hard. I'll just set a base lap unless I feel it's going really well. I'll normally just keep it, rein everything in slightly, and then I'll go for a little bit harder. As you can see now, this lap and the lap after we pushed a little bit harder, and you'll see the potential that was in this setup. Neither of the laps were perfect. There were slight errors on both the laps, but we managed to pull two very nice laps off considering there was errors in them. The potential of this setup, I think we didn't actually hot lap it because this is just an update for the setup that we've already brought out with a few minor changes. So I'm guessing if we really did push this and try and hot lap it, we could probably get down to 29.3 to 4. That is my guess for the setup, because you'll see why when we're on the second lap, where we gain and where we lose and where we gain them. You'd see that if we would have just done the second lap a bit better, we probably could have got that down to a 29.5 at least. Well, we should have had a 29.5 really, but we made an error on the last sector. So I'm guessing if you really nailed the lap and pushed hard, you should be able to maybe get a 29.3 to 4. But consistent, really good, really nice to drive. I mean, you saw it on the video that I uploaded with the race, but we obviously had damage in that race, so you couldn't really judge the overall pace for the setup. But now, as you can see now, running it with no damage on in an online lobby as well. This is taken from an online lobby where I only managed to pull by, I think it was under a tenth of a second. I think one of my subscribers was in the lobby here, and he actually managed second with a 29.6 as well, just slightly slow. But you can see how fast we should have actually got the lap. At one point, I think if we would have got better exits on some of the corners, we could have possibly maybe have got a 29.4, but I think it should have been a 29.5. But couple of errors. But as you can see, the setup consistent, easy to drive, and it's actually a lot easier than the base setup I gave out a few weeks ago. So I didn't want to leave you guys out the loop. I wanted to make sure that I give you any improvements that I've done to this car, so you guys can use it at the Redbull ring, etc. As I don't want to be like just hiding stuff away. I want to give you guys any improvement I find within a car, get it uploaded, and give you guys the improvement. You know, this is an improvement that could be gaining you at least 3 to 4 attempts, I think, minimum, because it's more stable as well, especially in the braking zones. I actually had the braking slightly too rear biased on the old setup, and I've changed that now to a couple more clicks to the front bias. It really does settle the car out, settle the car down going into the corners. We've also because of that, we've actually been able to take one click of aero off and put it down to 0.5, which just give us a little bit more straight line speed, and we've altered the gearing. We've worked out with this car, you really do need to have your higher gearing, so because you're changing gear at a lower rev range. So we'll go through to the setup now, and I'll just let it run through while we go through why the changes are on there, and you can just pick up any changes from the video. Main changes are the brake balance, aero, and also the gearing, which I was saying, because this car has a lot of torque in a lower rev range, so you need to be changing. Don't let this car rev too high. If you let this car go to the rev limiter, you're going to lose out probably at least half a second to a second a lap. So just remember that when driving this 488 GT3. Anyway guys, I'll leave that with you now, and I'll be back with more setups very soon. Thanks again for watching.